Hello everybody, welcome back to Film is Life, your number one source for everything film, entertainment, news, reviews, and more. I'm your host, Lilton.
I'm Simoneau.
And today we're back with a movie review of 10 Cloverfield Lane, starring John Goodman, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, as well as John Gallagher Jr., directed by Dan Trachtenberg, produced by J.J. Abrams. Basically, this film is a survival story that takes place in the Cloverfield universe, and it's about three individuals trying to survive without spoiling anything. Simone, what was your initial reactions to the film?
I actually thought it was pretty good. I'll be honest, it was less about the monsters than I thought it was gonna be. Because it was another edition of Cloverfield, I really thought that we were gonna get a whole lot of the monsters on screen. But this was a completely different survival story, so it focused more on the three individuals that he spoke of instead of it focusing a whole lot on the monsters, which was different.
Yeah, I really liked it too. You can tell it was a really small film, unlike Cloverfield. Cloverfield was on a larger scale. There was more people affected by what was going on. This is more so just about these three people who are in a situation and they have to make the best of it. Mary Elizabeth Winstead, I remember her from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. She played his love interest. I love that movie to death. So she did really well in here. She kind of played like a smart, dumb person, which was kind of awkward.
Yes, she's like the smartest dumb person that I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, she figures things out and then doesn't figure things out all in the same sentence.
Well,
trust me, you have to see it to understand what we're
right,
talking
yeah,
about.
I'll reverse it actually. She's the dumbest smart person because she's very smart, but she acts dumb at times.
John Goodman's character was really good. He was
very intense.
Yeah, you never knew where he stood a lot of times. Every time you think, he's a bad guy, then, he shows himself as being a good guy, and then you're kind of like, oh, well, man, maybe everybody here is just tripping, So it's really good at making sure that you got to understand that this situation is hard to deal with for anybody. So, yeah, nerves are going to be on end. People are going to not really trust people. So, what about things you didn't like about the movie?
I'm not really sure what I didn't like a whole lot of, because there are a lot of things that I did like. Obviously, the acting was awesome. There's great cinematography. It did have a great story to it. Like I said, I just was expecting to see more of the monsters, and I didn't really get that. 90-95% of the film was majority about the three individuals, and like that last 5-10% actually had to do with the monsters of Cloverfield. But I didn't have a whole lot of gripes with it.
Yeah, I think the biggest complaint for this film is people going into it thinking it's a Cloverfield sequel. If you think it's a Cloverfield sequel, rest assured you that it is not a Cloverfield 2 at all. This is simply something that happens in the same universe as Cloverfield. And I think that'll probably be its biggest downfall because it does have the word Cloverfield in it. And it does hint at the fact that this is during the same events that happened in Cloverfield. I think that's his biggest downfall going for it. It's kind of its own film. It's a standalone movie.
Yeah, I can definitely say that after watching this movie, if I am ever able to invest in it, not only do I want a panic room, I also want a doomsday bunker. That's definitely what I want.
Yeah, most definitely. John Goodman had the right idea. They have it set up to where you laugh at these people who are always trying to build bunkers and say, hey, I'm waiting for the next zombie apocalypse and I'm gonna be ready for it. He was ready, so it kind of made you feel stupid. You were like, wow, I wish I was on point with that and I had made me a bunker in a doomsday room, So
yeah, I was really thinking like, if this was to happen tomorrow, how long would I survive with the things that I have in my cabinet right now, or my refrigerator right now? Alrighty, so how will you be rating 10 Cloverfield Lane?
I'm gonna give 10 Cloverfield Lane a 4. It felt more like an independent film, and that's kind of refreshing, especially in March when we're getting ready to get in high gear. You got Batman v Superman getting ready to come out. It was nice and refreshing to see something that was a smaller film that did what it was supposed to do and executed very well.
Yeah, that's actually what I was thinking a lot of too, was 4. Because like I said it before, it did have great acting, great cinematography, great production value, but I went into it expecting a completely different film. Or I won't say completely different. I did expect to see more of the monsters and get more of that original Cloverfield feel. But yeah, it lost points with me just because I feel that it was advertised differently.
Still a great film. 2 4s, you know, that's still very good or whatnot. So what about you guys? Do you plan on seeing 10 Cloverfield Lane this weekend?
Have you seen it?
Have you seen it already? Were you one of the ones that got to see the sneak previews? Let us know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and share. And again, I'm Lilton.
I'm Simone. And as always, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
All right, and that'll do it for us. 3, 2, 1, wrap.